Test, test. What's up, guys? What's up, YouTube? Francis and Dad again. Welcome to the channel and my program. So these days I have managed to discover a simple fact. It appears, well, vicious cycles always seem quite notoriously difficult to terminate. Vicious cycles always seem quite notoriously difficult to terminate. So, how did I came out with this statement? Because I have discovered a life pattern of mine. Sometimes I just sometimes I just tend to become jealous of something, of doing something that is repetitive and kind of compulsive. For example, in the most recent several weeks, I have been trying to reach my, let's say, my former friends, my former contacts and acquaintances in Australia, and I have received, let's say, not much, very few positive responses. So perhaps once you depart the country and you went to another country, you will begin to realize, who are your true friends, who are your fake friends, that sort of thing. That got me into thinking, what's the point of making acquaintances? What's the point of making friends? And if every time I think of this question, every time I consider the meaning of the meaning of making friends, making acquaintances, I began to feel frustrated and depressed. So as a result, you guys should avoid repeating my mistakes here. Once you begin to think of your flaws, your failures, of things you don't have, things you have yet achieved, things, places you have yet paid a visit to, you will drive yourself crazy. You will drag yourself into a vicious cycle of overthinking, a vicious cycle of self-pityness. And so I only began to notice this, to begin to realize this only very recently, right after many failed attempts to give my Aussie friends voice calls over Facebook. And that had yielded many negative outcomes. To be more specific, I'd say most people will not bother making contacts with you unless they have a very specific want or need, or a specific planning afterwards, right after they made your first contacts would you either via Facebook or WhatsApp or direct phone calls. So yeah, but perhaps well, some exceptions might still occur at certain circumstances, at certain instance, which I have yet figured out. So that sounds like a shame and a disgrace to me, and to you guys probably. What else? Yeah. Perhaps yeah. Don't get too frustrated. Don't get too upset by the non-response, by the ignorance, by the neglect, and probably even mistreatment from people. Because you see, there's no point dragging yourself into that vicious cycle unless you enjoy getting stranded in vicious cycles, So yeah. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to post it below this video clip. I suppose I might be making less videos next week due to some more incoming projects work. Nevertheless, I will try to stay in contact with you guys for as frequently as I can make it so. So I shall see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned, stay blessed, stay faithful. Cheers.